Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. So we're going to go through to start off here today with our results that we've done for the first 710 throws. So this is going to include our benchmark 216 throws. Good morning, Chris. And also the first 500 rolls. So if you look at the toss count is at 710 throws so far for the blue belt level. And we've got, good morning, Navaldo, and Bam, and CCC. Good morning, guys. So for the first 710 throws, we have a sevens to roll ratio, or SRR, of 6.07, which is about average. Box number to sevens ratio is a little bit low. It's at 4. You need 3 good hits to get a strategy to come out even usually, and then anything after that would be profit. But what we're looking at here is both dice are on axis, so that's going to be 43.94% of the time so far. And that's just slightly under what the probable or the expected of 44.44% is. You look at our one dice off axis, and that's at 43%, and that's a little bit less than what's expected, and both dice off axis just slightly over what's expected. So this is what we're doing so far, and again, we're going to be doing the 5,000 rolls, and we'll have a really good baseline to go off of there. If you look at our numbers that are rolled, the hot number right now, and we're rolling more than what we should be, is the 4. And everything else is kind of where it should be. If you look, there's a couple that are a little bit less than expected. You look at our 5s. Our 5s and our 3s are throwing way lower than what is expected. So just kind of a little insight of what's going on so far in our dice shooting journey. I reset the roll tracker, so we're going to start over again on the KPI. And once we get up to about 500 or so again, we will go back and we'll enter it into Bone Tracker. We'll do kind of a recap again. So thanks for joining in today, guys. We're going to start off with our 100 throws for the day. And we're going to start off with the 5-4-5-4 hardware set, which is our base set. And this is going to be 100 rolls today, so that should bring us up to 600 throws plus our 216 benchmark. So that's going to give us 800 throws on the blue belt level. And those came out kind of wonky a little bit. And we have a 1-1-2 snake eyes to start the day off. So pay the don'ts, take the do's. And good, roll tracker is working. So I briefly chatted with George on his live stream last night, and I talked about the inverting and exploding, or imploding and exploding dice. And he talked about 4-4 hard 8, so point will be 8. He talked about with the par grip, the exploding and imploding. We'll get more into this in the purple belt level. Is when you're doing a par grip, you do the top 3. Your 3 fingers are tight up on the top, and he goes, the imploding and exploding will happen if your middle finger gets too deep. Now the question that I had for him was, what about the Yuri grip, which is what I use, the 3-finger front diagonal or the Yuri grip? And I said, I don't think that's the case where my middle finger gets too deep. And what he suggested is to make sure that I'm working on my posture, so the posture of my body when I'm releasing the dice. Also, I suggested maybe they're not throwing out square or landing square on our table. So those are the 2 things we're going to work on today, is the posture of our throwing stance and our release point, to try to make sure that they're square so they come down and hit square on the table. And apparently we're not doing either one. Again, snake eyes, 1-1-2. But that's one of the things we're going to be focusing on today, is getting our posture down good and making sure that we're releasing those dice square, and see if that'll help take care of those explosions and implosions of the dice. Again, blue belt, we're not super worried about the results. We're just getting a baseline. But if I can work on a couple things as I'm going, we're going to try doing that. And 1, 6, 7. So apparently what I'm doing is not working so far, because it's all been implosions or explosions. So let's try it a little more, see what happens. And if that's not working, guys, we'll go back to the chalkboard. We'll try to figure out why those dice are doing that. Coming out. And we have a 1, 4, 5, no field 5. Chris, I wanted to say sorry about your Eagles. I don't know if you caught my live stream yesterday. I did say something in that stream as well. But sorry, bud. That was kind of a crappy call at the end. 2-2 hard 4. It was something that should have been called, but guys, let the players play. That was kind of a nitpicking type call, if you ask me. And 2, 5, 7. Let's get those 7s out of the way now so we can get some long and average rolls, average and long rolls coming up here pretty fast, hopefully, once we get warmed up a little bit. We are down to 1 or 2 shooters left in the international competition for the first round. Shannon from HCS went yesterday, and he had a really good roll. I think he had a 2, a 3, and then he finished off with an 18. So that's going to put him towards the top of the pack. 4, 6, 10. Waylon's best friend on the end. So congratulations to Shannon. And we have 1 or 2 people left. We have Coach Banda, Joe Banda, is maybe going to be throwing. It all depends on his internet connection. He's having problems with it. And scheduling. And then the other person is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. 1, 6, 7. Ouch. Let's get rid of those here, guys. Let's get rid of them. Bad run to start off here. So once those 2 get going, then hopefully we'll get a new schedule out for the second round. And like I said, the second round is going to be 2 shooters worth. That one felt good, and we got a good result. 5, 5, 10, hard 10. Let's see if we can keep that pattern going now. Dice veered off to the left a little bit. 2, 1, 3 shocker. Morning, Mike. Chris took off yesterday. He had work, so that's fine, bud. Life comes first, then craps. Although some people would say life is craps. Or life is crap. And we have a 4, 2, 6. So the goal when we're throwing here with our practice is trying to get warmed up as fast as we can and get it in a groove as fast as we can. We had quite a few 7s in the beginning there. Hopefully we'll turn this around a little bit and get a consistent pattern down. 4, 6, 10. Big Ben on the end, Waylon's best friend. And guys, get your dice out. Practice along on your own tables while we're doing this. or play a strategy out, and let me know, guys, how you're doing with the rolls that I'm giving you. If you're making money, losing money, breaking even, whatever is happening. 639, center field 9. Four instances of holding on receivers that were much worse. Yeah, it was a good game though overall. It really was. Philadelphia, I don't think, played up to their potential. Kansas City played a really good game. But it was a good game overall. It really was. 4-1-5, no field 5. And I think it was a game that we have not seen for a while. It was pretty eventful throughout the entire game. So that was good. The commercial sucked, I'll say that. 2-2 hard 4. I don't like the way that one landed or came off, but I'll take that result. A little bit too much energy in the dice this morning. So we got to calm that down a little bit. Get in the zone, reduce that energy level. That right die did not go all the way down. We have a 6-1-7. Ouch. So that was an 8 rower. Starting to lengthen them a little bit here. Let's see if we can get a little bit longer this time. Yesterday, I rushed to get done for John's live stream, his daily paycheck, and it was a short one. Made his money, got out. He said he had to leave. He didn't do coffee and craps yesterday. 6-5 Minmo Yo, frontline winner on come out. He had to get going early. He said he had a doctor's appointment to go to, so hopefully everything went well for him. I know that he had a stress test the other day or last week, so hopefully the results were good. We'll hopefully find out today. And we have a 5-2-7 again, frontline winner. That was a double pitch, so we gotta work on that a little bit today as well. And when we get to that purple belt, we're going to be doing certain things specifically to work on double pitches and implosion and explosion. Another pass line winner. 1-6-7 again. Still looking for that point. I don't like the number of 7s that are coming out today. That's not looking favorable for me. But at least that was not a 6-1, because that is the bad 7. That means it's imploding and exploding. And we have finally have a point. We have a 5-3-8. Other than that, not a lot of crap stuff went out last night. I put out my badass craps move strategy video yesterday, and it had very minimal views. And that was with 4-5-9, center field 9. That was with the sister press and pull and the one hidden down. The sister press and pull is a strategy that I'm actually really liking. So make sure you guys check that out. Let me know what you think. But the sister press and pull did not win yesterday. It lost by just a few dollars. Still left in the competition. It's brought down to the consolation bracket now. And 2-5-7. 7 ouch. And then we'll have the next two strategies coming out Thursday. I just got that, did my first edit this morning. And that one's going to be the skill 88 going up against the press to base. And that's the consolation bracket that we're going through. So the loser will be kicked out of the tournament. The winner will continue on. That one felt good. We have a 6-5 Bimbo frontline winner. I have a lot of come out winners here. Not too happy with the roll lengths though. So after Thursday, when I release that video, we'll be down to the bottom 3 badass craps move strategies in the tournament. 4-1-5. And I'm happy so far with what's going on with it. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to probably go through a recap video so we can go through all 10 of the strategies and see what did what made what didn't make. That was a little bit long. 156. And then also, if you guys didn't catch yesterday's stream, I had briefly mentioned that I'm actually putting together a couple ebooks. The first ebook I'm going to put it together is going to be the craps table build. And I'm going to go through all the specifics, all the dimensions, all the cuts, all how you put it together, how you glue it together, screw it together, all that type of stuff. 145. And you can use that ebook, then you can purchase it. I'm going to probably put it for sale. I don't know how much. And it's going to be in addition to the videos. The videos are obviously free. They've been out for quite a while and they're quite detailed. But a lot of people have been asking for a written plan, you know, material buy list. I like the way that one came out. 2, 3, 5. A buy list, a cut list, you know, all those type of things. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be well over 100 pages long. It's taken quite a bit of time, and I'm just on the first video, and it's like 10 pages long already. And I'm still not done with it, so it's going to be quite a project that's coming out. Left die went a little bit lower than the right die. I think the right die stuck to my finger. 617. I don't like these roll lengths at all. They are really short rolls today, guys. Got to settle down here a little bit. Focus a little bit more. Dice kissed. 459, center field 9. So the point will be 9. So we're going to focus here, breathing, release, grip, posture, all the stuff today. So we can help bring these lengths up a little bit. 336, hard 6. I like the way those landed. I like the way they came up tight against the wall. We can replicate that or something similar to that. That is going to be the ultimate for today. Veered off to the left again. Darn it. And that's what's happening, guys. Double pitch, 437. Not happy right now. We started off with an SOR today, I think of like close to 8 and an SRR of like 7. And look at those numbers that we're at right now. Terrible, 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 guys. Coming out. Too much energy in the dice. 639, center field 9. That'll be our point. Need to settle it down here a little bit. Softer touch. Square dice coming out of the hand. Good stance, looking down. That one veered to the right, held on to him too long. 538. Looks like tomorrow, the day after, I'm not sure, but Jeff and Ed from Roll the Winner are going to do a dual live stream, and they're going to go through a trip report that they had in Biloxi this past few days. It was Ed Robinson, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, Waylon was there, 516. East Coast Craps was there, and a few other people, I think. And it sounded like, from the little that I had heard, that they had actually had a very successful trip. So that was kind of neat to hear. But we'll get the specifics when they do their dual live stream. A little bit high, a little bit long. Well, we got a 156. Still not dialing in that landing zone yet today. That was roll number 4. To get that landing zone in. That was the thing we were working on yesterday a little bit. And once we get that landing zone dialed in, we had a pretty decent roll at the end. A little bit low again. And 246. And that's roll number 37. That left dice took off, but we ended up with a 336 hard 6. It's been going to the left quite a bit today, so I don't know. We gotta watch I have to watch my release a little bit better here and see if I'm twisting the dice slightly when I'm throwing them. 167, ouch. And that time it did not look like twisted. It looked like they kissed when they came down at the end there. So that was an implosion and explosion. So that was the bad 7. So that was 2, 4, 6, 7 rolls along. So that's just average, which is not acceptable for me. That one felt better, and 527. Damn it. Double pitch. At least that was a come out 7. Still not acceptable. And a 1, 2, 3 shocker. All crappy numbers today, guys. Again, you have those days. Some days are really good. Some days are not so much. Hopefully we can turn it around here. 257. At least it's a come out yet. Still looking for that point. And finally a point. 549, center field 9. I think I just realized something when I threw the dice there, and I think I'm not releasing my thumb the way it needs to be. I think it's lagging a little bit. So let's try that one. So let's try releasing the thumb a little bit sooner. So the dice roll off. And 134, Big Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. And that's one of the things that we are really practicing here, guys. When we're doing our shots or practicing our throwing our dice, look at the small little things to see if you could figure out what's going on with the results of the dice. And it might be 5-6 mid-bow yo. It might be something as little as what I just mentioned. Is I don't think my thumb was releasing like it should have been. So in other words, remember we did the drop test earlier on in the series, and that was one of the things that we're trying to train ourselves to release the dice by dropping that thumb out so it rolls off the fingertips. That one felt good. Damn it. Bunch of crap, guys. 527. Okay, let's get this going. Left dice did not go all the way down. Another 527. This has got to be a record for sevens today, I think. Like I said, our numbers have come down big time. We've had 5 come out sevens, not to mention how many 7 outs today. Veered off to the right a little bit. 415. So our point will be 5. Morning, Victor. So if you're just joining in today, we're going through the blue belt level. The rolls are not very good today. I'm having a hard time getting a consistent landing zone. 224. We're working on releasing the dice with our thumb because we are getting way too many double pitches and way too many sevens, big reds coming out. Our SRR, when we started today, our SOR, I'm sorry, when we started today was at 8.1 or something like that. And our SRRR was like 6.2 or something like that. That one felt good coming out. That left dice took off 459. That left dice must have landed a little weird because it jumped really high. And 167 out. So this is a painful, painful 100 throw. Say we're only halfway done, just over halfway done. 51 rolls in. And coming out. One, 6, 7 again. Definitely got our shooters worth of 7s today. And this brings up a good topic, guys. With the live stream with 426, point will be 6. With the live stream here, guys. Again, there's no hiding. There's no hiding from the results. When you go live and you're showing everybody what you can do, what you should be doing, how we're going to do things, how we can improve things, all that type of stuff, we got to take the good and the bad together. A little bit low on that one. 369, center field 9. And it shows that people do well, people do bad on their throws. It all depends on the day, on the patterns you're developing, on the grooves that you're getting in. Three, 4, 7. That was a 4, 3, 4, 7. This is definitely a day that if I was at the casino, I would not be shooting anymore. I would be going home and relaxing, or hopefully somebody else at the table has the hot roll. Even the best dice shooters in the world say, hey, let me get going. Let me see how the dice are going for the day. You know, don't bet heavy on me right away until we can figure things out. 426. And just as bad as it can be, it can turn around that fast as well. So it's something to consider. Bounce a little high. Snake eyes, 112. Fingers saying more bow in the fingers. Take my time in the lineup. And 2-2, hard 4 again. 4s are kind of a signature number, 2-2 and 1-3. I throw a lot of them. I think a lot of this is concentration based as far as the results. Focusing on just the small little things. You know, like George says, we're trying to make everything 1-1-2. We've thrown a lot of snake eyes this shooter. George says, you know, hey, take the variables, make them constants. Try to pick those small little things out so that way they can become habit, muscle memory, whatever term that you want to use. Three, 2, 5. Again, that one veered off to the left. 1-3-4, Big Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. Keep it going on this pattern here. Left die stopped a little bit early. 4-5-9, center field 9. That's been a habit as well with that left dice every so often. It digs into the table layout. My table is a semi-bouncy table, so it has a little bit of a cushion to it. It's definitely not a hard surface. And sometimes the corner of the dice catches in it sticks. And 3-4-7 out. So that was an 8 roller. A lot of short rolls here. My goal is to, consistently get in that 10 to 12 range. Whether it's doable or not, who knows? 4-5-9, center field 9. And if you can get in that 10 to 12, 8 to 12 range on a consistent basis, there's no reason why you cannot, and quality hits, by the way, there's no reason you cannot make money on the table then if you bet appropriately. A little bit low. 3-2-5. And 1-4-5. No fill 5. Morning, Craig. Welcome. Magic Aces, how you doing? Glad to see that everybody's showing up this morning. If you're just joining in, 1-4-5 again. If you're just joining in, you are witnessing a terrible day for Craftsmaster Journey throwing the dice. The bad numbers have been coming out hot and heavy today. Come outs and 7 outs. But we're going to push our way through it. 6-5, Minmo Yo. If you watch Chiro's last short, his number 25 for his 25 things you got to do at the craps table before you die. Number 25 was when the 6-5 rolls at the table, you have to yell out loud, Midmo Yo. See, check his channel out. Good, that was a good number 25. And 1-2-3, shocker. Didn't like the way that one came out. Now when the dice crossed, they hit and they crossed as soon as they landed. 3-4-7. They're staying together kind of through the air. And quite a few more coming on. They're kissing and crossing. And 5-5 heart 10. That's another example where they crossed when they landed. By the way, this is the 40th live stream that we've done for the belt series. So we've done this 40 times already. 246. So from white belt all the way through to where we are in blue belt, that's 40 live streams. Doesn't seem possible. And I really appreciate everybody following along like this and popping in the mornings and checking out to see what's going on. And 347. Damn it. Double pitch. This is one of those mornings where I know I'm going to do 100 rolls. I promise I'm going to do 100 rolls, and we're going to go do that. And we're going to get through them, but I probably should just wrap it up. But we're not going to. We're going to finish it out. And if you guys watch that, the dice are crossing. They're doing everything possible at the end. 156 is not my normal behavior of the dice when they touch down. So we got to figure out what's going on with that today. But I bet you 3 out of the last 5, 4 out of the last 5 just they hit and they cross when they land. There it did it again. 2, 3, 5. So what is happening with them? And if you guys can hear that, my phone is ringing right now. So if you can hear that across the live stream, I apologize. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb. 257. Another double pitch. Another 257. Well, I'll tell you what, the next 2 or 3 sessions, if I get a 7, then that's way too much because they're definitely coming out today. Change my finger position. Explain what you mean by that, Victor. Right now, and I have always throughout used that Yuri grip. And as far as I know, it's been consistent. That one felt better. 369. 639. More bow. That's where you said you mentioned that earlier. I'm not really sure what you mean by more bow. You mean more bend in the fingers? So getting more of the fingertips, you're saying, is what I'm guessing. We'll try that once. More fingertips. Four, four, eight. That might be. That might be onto something there. Pincer like, okay. 3, 4, 7. That one veered off to the right a little bit. That was a 4, 3, 4, 7. And we don't have any throws left. We have 20 more throws left. So let's try that. The rest of our throws, we're going to go just with the finger tips, the pads. Normally what happens is when I'm gripping, my pads are in the corners of the dice. And what we do is, and this is kind of what I think Victor's talking about, we're going to do more of the finger tips. So if you guys can see that just a small, minute difference, about 1/8 of an inch difference. So just go fingertips and see what happens with that. Definitely feels a little bit different. 4, 5, 9. The one thing I can feel with that is that, and this is something I'll have to get used to. If this works, this is something I'll have to get used to. It feels like the dice are separating a little bit when I do that. But we'll work on getting them in tight, get them in square. That one feels good. Veered off a little bit to the right again. 5, 3, 8. And thus far, other than the straightness, they seem to be coming up a little bit better. Out of my fingers a little bit better. They're not bouncing around quite as much at the other end. And this is why, guys, this is my Craftsmaster dice shooting journey, but this is also yours also. And that's why I always say, let's make it yours as well. Because we can all learn from each other. 6-5 Minmoyo. And the dice are coming down. The energy level has come down substantially. Both of those dice were within a 1/2 inch or less of the back wall. So that's good to see. You know, this is everybody's dice shooting journey, not only mine. So every little advice that a person can give, can receive, you know, keep your eyes open. You can be shooting for 30 years and still learn something new. I know that a few weeks ago, 268. A few weeks ago, George was watching one of my live streams, and I gave him an idea on how to do something. And it was his own idea, but it was inspired off of something that I had said. And he tried, and that was when he had the neoprene on his table. He was trying to control the bounce of the dice on that neoprene. And he did something slightly different. I'm not sure if it worked out for him. That time the dice did cross, but we have a 2-2-4, hard 4. Oh, the tip, thank you, Victor. The tip seems to be working. Good morning, Biff. Does seem to be working. And one thing I will say about it is it's making me concentrate more on the dice. So that way I keep that grip consistent. And that is maybe something that you need to do is just change it up just slightly so you have to get more focus, more concentration. That left dice popped up a little high. 257. But that is that little extra in there to make you focus a little more, make you concentrate a little bit more. So that's a good tip. You know, if something's going wrong, you got to figure it out. You got to narrow things down and see what the potential problems might be. A little bit low on that throw, but we have a 2-2 hard 4. So point will be 4. And we've got 13 more rolls left, approximately. I think I'm going to try continuing this tomorrow with this whole fingertip concept because I'm starting to like the way it feels. I could definitely feel it 4, 6, 4, 10. Could definitely feel the difference on how the dice are coming out of my hand. It feels smoother, if you will. Feels like they're rolling out a little bit better. I just got to make sure I'm not releasing them too early now. Because I'll tell you what, the grip that I have on this with just the fingertips is very, very, very light. Almost to the point where it feels like they're almost going to fall out of the fingers as I'm holding them here. And actually, they are slipping a little bit here. So that's kind of the amount of pressure that we have on the dice. And 314, I believe that's our point. I'll have to look. 314, Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. That is our point, so we made our point. It's probably the first time today, probably the second time today that we actually made the point, so we're coming out again. Let's make this last roll a nice, really long roll. Dice kissed. That time's 5-1 mixer. I think it's the first time of that roll. That was a 5, guys. That was a 5. So that's the first mixer I think we've had all day. 5-1. So the dice roll on that one. That one felt good, but it has a 4-3-7 double pitch. Biff is asking if I ever tried a single finger and thumb grip. I would imagine. Are you talking about the power grip, Biff? Or are you talking about the pincer grip? Power grip would be your 3 fingers on top like this. Or you can go the pincer grip, which is something like this. And you throw them down like that. I have not thrown the pincer grip ever. I tried throwing a power grip a little bit in the past, but what happened is I have a hard time keeping the dice together. They split apart in my fingers. And we have a 6-3-9. So we have 8 more throws approximately left. We had no long rolls today, which normally I have. Normally 5-3-8. Normally I start off with about 3 to 4 shooters that are medium short rolls, and then usually they start getting longer, around the 10 to 12 range. And a lot of times I'll have one roll towards the end of my throwing that's in the 20s. I had one that was a 34 roll, and that's all in the live streams. You need to get more on the fingertips here because I want to stay. I want to really give that a try once. That one, if you watched it on them go down the table, they stuck together really tight. They crossed at the end, 3-2-5, but they stayed really super tight together all the way down. I like the way that looked without the crossing at the end. They were tight, tight, tight. So this is taking a little bit of concentration to get those fingertips in there. And they cross again, 5-6, mid-mo yo. Okay, so you're saying the power grip, but it's index and thumb only. So you're saying it's basically a two-finger grip like this. I've seen a lot of people do middle finger and thumb like that. But if you watch my grip videos, I go through a lot of the common types of grips, and I think that was one of them that I actually covered in the video. There's a whole bunch of different common ones that people do use when gripping the dice, and the whole idea is to try to get minimal finger coverage on that dice. So little surface coverage on the dice. 2 1 3, and the thought is the less finger coverage or surface coverage that you have on the dice, the better the dice should fly out of your hands. And so that way your fingers are not affecting the flight pattern of the dice when they come out. And we have a 1 1 2 snake eyes. That one felt a little weird coming out. So it's roll number 7 coming up. See if we can break that hump today. And another snake eyes, 1 1 2. Showing a little bit of consistency there. A little bit long on that one. 5 1 6 mixer, second or third mixer for the day. Definitely takes a little bit more concentration to get this grip down. And obviously, once I practice this more, it will become more of a habit or more of a routine. But right now, it's slightly different than what I was doing. And it's amazing what only 1/8 of an inch does to the concentration part of it. 4 6 10, Waylon's best friend on the end. So just a matter of 1/8 inch difference in my finger position from what they were doing. And it seems to be working. So I do thank you, Victor, for that tip. Again, we'll try it again when we go live tomorrow, see if that does make the difference. See if that's part of the equation to make a difference. 3 2 5, no feel 5. And sometimes all you need is just that little bit of a difference. And 4 5 9, center field 9. We're going to finish it up hopefully pretty soon here before John gets started. He has started in about 4 minutes. That was a little bit high on that. Another 9, 3 6 9. And this is by far the longest roll of the day. and 4, 3, 7 out. So record that. It's a 13 roller. So anyhow, hey guys, I'm going to sign off here. I appreciate everybody showing up today. Good morning, George. Any good advice, the advice you gave? I tried the posture thing. I tried a couple things. I didn't see a lot of positive. Victor just had me readjust my grip just slightly. I went more with the fingertips. Kind of like what you were talking about last night, how, that finger was a little too deep. I didn't think it was, but Victor had me adjust it. So just the ends of the fingers on the corners of the dice, and that seemed to help a little bit. But anyhow, hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in today. Make sure you come back tomorrow, and we will go through another 100 rolls. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster Dice Shooting.